Okay, so this is actually lesson 4 for our maths. Now, as you can see here, we are still doing factorizing and expanding, but let's have a look at what we have done last week. Why did I enhance this rule? Because why? Because whatever expanding that you want to do afterward, the more difficult one, normally in my past experience as a teacher, for IGCSE, I can see a lot of people doing careless mistake, especially the plus and the minus sign. So this is why I just open up this rule again. So in other words, we are going to do expanding for 2 bracket today, inshallah. So for 2 bracket, it is very important for us to recognize this rule, remember this rule. Why? Because the tendency to do careless mistake because of the bracket is very, very big. And then you can actually, when you're taking the exam, this is one of the reasons why your score is not that great actually. So you can actually improve yourself by just fixing the basic here, inshallah. So I'm just going to use my board here. Bismillah. Right, let's check it out. Okay, my handwriting on the screen is not that good. Okay, so this is what we call expanding 2 bracket. What do you mean by expanding 2 bracket? Definitely we have 2 bracket. There you go. So you can have your notebook ready with you. We have a 2 bracket and then we have something inside the bracket and they ask you to open up the bracket. So this is what we call expanding 2 bracket. Last week we did on expanding 1 bracket. I'm not saying my way is the only way, but I find that my way is, this way is actually easy to follow. And then a lot of my students like it actually. So yes, I'm going to teach you this. So for example, let's say we have like the first bracket is x plus 2. And then the second bracket is actually x plus 4. We'll do the simple example first, inshallah. All right. So what happened here is that I told people when you want to open up the bracket, I have this rule, we call it the crab claw. You might be surprised, crab claw. I'm sure everybody knows it's actually a crab claw is. So I call it, this is my own rule, a crab claw rule, So what do you mean by that? I'm going to use different color here. So what happened here is that you can use a pencil. If you're writing x plus 2, x plus 4 in pen, use a pencil, just join x and x. Use the arrow there. Okay. And then join x with the next term or number 4 here. There you go. Done with that. Then we are going to do an arrow for 2 with your x, and then the second one with your I. You see, it looks like a crab claw. Do you agree with me, Sarah? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Right. Now, how do we deal with this? So, okay, we're going to open up this bracket. So what happened here is that the psychology of our eyes, okay, it is very easy for us to open up the bracket when we have the arrow, okay, in our, that you did with your pencil. When you're doing your exam, are you allowed to use this pencil? Are you going to get penalized? No, just do it, okay? No worries. Do you have to erase the arrow afterward? No, no need. Just follow through. Okay, let's try to do this now. So what is this arrow mean? Okay, the first arrow is actually, okay, I'm just going to use my color again. So this is the first arrow that I did, x with my x. So what do you mean by that? So we multiply it, So x multiplied by x, you will get x squared. Done. There you go, x squared. Then the second arrow, okay, which is x and number 4. So this one, be very careful. So you have x, okay, multiplied by a plus 4. So x multiplied by a plus 4, automatically it's going to be a plus 4x. There you go. You see, I'm using the rule that I talked about previously at the beginning, like what we did last week as well. Then what happened to the second claw, yeah, of your crab here? So then we proceed with my, you see my sign plus 2, I will include it. It will follow a plus 2, and then you see the arrow with the x, a plus 2 multiplied by x. So that is going to be a plus 2x. You see, we are using the basic that we have last week as well. So that's why I really enhance about the plus and the minus sign. Okay, right, next, follow this arrow now. So we have a plus 2 multiplied by a plus 4. So we have a plus. There you go. 2 multiplied by 4 would be 8. There you go. Okay. Then what happened? Okay, we try to simplify this. Right, we have 4x and 2x. So what happened? We can actually add those two together. What about x squared? X squared will be x squared only. Plus 4x plus 2x becoming plus 6x. It's just 4x plus 2x, yeah? So 6x. And then plus 8. So that is actually your answer. You see how easy this is? You think this is easy? Can I ask a question? Abra, what do you think? You can unmute yourself, Abra. This is example number 1. Can you follow, Abra? Yes or no? Okay, yes. Alhamdulillah. Good. We have another friend joining just now. Let me see. We got Sarah, we got Abra, and we got Elaf. Yeah, Elaf. There you go. We have a recording for this. So for those friends who are actually not joining, they can actually see the video and they can actually practice on their own. Now let's have a look at number 2 here. We are going to practice also. Let's have a look. I'm going to use a different color so you can see it properly. 2 bracket. We are expanding 2 bracket. Yeah. So let's say this is x, still x. We are dealing with something easy first. But this is actually a minus 1. And then this is a plus 3, for example. Okay, let's do the claw first. Okay, the crab claw. We'll use a red pen there. The arrow for the first one. There you go. Just do the arrow using pencil, like a crab claw. Then when you multiply it, there is no way that you can get it wrong. So we can do this quickly now. Let's check it out. Equal sign. So x multiplied by x would be x squared. There you go. And then x, your x, follow the arrow multiplied by a plus 3. There will be becoming a 3x, plus 3x. Now, for the second arrow, be very careful. Why? Because this is a minus 1. The minus sign is actually following. Minus 1 multiplied by x becoming minus x. There you go. Minus 1, okay, follow this arrow, multiplied by a plus 3 becoming a minus 3. Okay. So we have simplified. Let's try to simplify. X squared is always x squared there. There you go. No changes with x squared. Now, a plus 3x minus x. What do you mean by that? Is equivalent to 3x minus x. Yeah. So that will become 2x. So it will be a plus 2x. And then what about minus 3? So minus 3. There you go. That is the simplest that we can get. So there you go. So that is actually the answer when we expand this bracket. X squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay. Let's have a look at one more example here. One more example, inshallah, to a different color. There you go. All right. Let's say if we have still x, yeah? We're doing x minus 4. Another bracket is actually x minus 5, now, for example. We're still doing the easy one. Don't worry, we have a lot of time to develop ourselves. Same thing, you do the crab claw. There you go. Arrow here, arrow there. Okay, and then the arrow here. Just remember to do your crab claw. There you go. Then what happened? Use the arrow for your eyes, yeah? So x multiplied by x will be x squared. So this method is easy to follow, x squared. Then follow the second arrow. You see the second arrow. That's why the arrow is very important for you, because your eyes can follow. If not, it's going to be very difficult. You cannot see it. So x multiplied by, so this is a positive x, yeah? So x, positive x, multiplied by, you see, a negative 5. Positive and a negative would be a negative. So x times 5 would be 5x. Very easy, yeah? Easy algebra. Now, let's have a look at the second. Okay, this, the arrow below. You got a minus 4, just follow the arrow, minus 4 multiplied by x. Minus 4 multiplied by x becoming a minus 4x. There you go. And then follow the arrow for this. Minus 4, you see the minus sign, you see I'm mentioning it because it follow, yeah? It follow for, it is very wrong for you to just to say 4 times 5, because the the sign is actually a minus sign. You can do like this, yeah, a minus sign and a minus sign becoming a plus sign. Yeah, you can do that, no problem. 4 multiplied by 5, 20. Again, no problem. There you go. Then we can actually simplify. I do have enough space. Okay, I don't have enough spaces. I'm just going to continue here. Okay. Now, let's check it out. This will become x squared. All right. Minus 5x minus 4x. Now, when we have like two of these sign are actually the same sign, what happened to the answer? You have to add them, yeah? So the sign will always be minus, still a minus sign. But instead of we taking the difference, it's going to be, we just add 5x, you add with 4x, that will be a 9x. There you go. So minus 5x minus 4x equals to a minus 9x. We will have a look at negative number, the difficult one, next time, inshallah. But for the time being, it's very easy. You see this minus sign, so you got a minus. So minus 5x minus 4x. You just add them, yeah? Minus 9x. And then plus 20. There you go, plus 20. Alas, there you go. All right. So don't rush yourself. Do not rush yourself. So far so good, yeah? Alhamdulillah. There you go. So what I'll do, okay, somebody, yep, good, yeah? Alhamdulillah. So I'll just give a few questions. Do you think you can do this yourself at home? The answer will be in the PDF. Okay, I will give the answer next week. You can do the question first, because some people doesn't have Telegram in Pakistan. Yeah, Pakistan doesn't have a Telegram. So what you can do here is that just take the question, and then I will next time we will the next class after it, I will tell you the answer. You can check yourself, inshallah. Yeah. So what is actually the question? Let's have a look. Just 1 second. I will type it here. Okay, let's type it quickly. Bismillah. All right, number 1. The question is that you got the 2 bracket. Do the 2 bracket. I will give the just the basic one, yeah. So just practice with one, x plus 7, let's say, and then the other bracket is x plus 10. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, just quickly, x plus 6, and then x minus 3. Easy one, yeah? Maybe 3 question only. X minus 9, then x minus 7. Okay, there you go. Only 3 questions. But what you need to do here is that you have to practice, okay? Even though you just practice 3 questions, if you really understand what you're doing, inshallah, you will be fine. Do not rush yourself. Halas. So this is actually your homework. Okay, we're done. And then we're done for maths. Inshallah, we will continue again for your maths after it.